Coming up on today's Wolfpack News, new information about how Loyola plans to celebrate graduation in May.
And how one St. Charles Parish family is taking a stand against COVID-19 in hopes of getting back to normal.
And see how Loyola's dance marathon was able to make a comeback and put on an event for the kids.
All this and more on this week's Wolfpack News. Good evening, I'm Alec Jamila.
And I'm Liam Kidd. The countdown to graduation has officially started. Today, President Tetlow sent an email to graduating students breaking down commencement ceremonies in May.
That's right, the email outlined a detailed plan for graduation over the course of the weekend. Graduation will kick off on Friday, May 14th. There will be multiple in-person masses at the Holy Name of Jesus Church. Friday night, students will all be around campus in their caps and gowns to watch a virtual ceremony.
Due to city protocols, no guests will be able to attend this event, but people are able to watch online. On Saturday, May 15th, Loyola will have a driving parade. Students can bring whoever they want in their ride and drive up to the Horseshoe to get their diploma from President Tetlow. Now, graduates have to sign up for a specific time to drive by. Not only will the class of 2021 get the spotlight, but the class of 2020 graduates will also be able to come in person. Commencement Mass in May.
On May 21st and 22nd, Loyola will host a special Mass so alumni can finally have their name called and take a picture with President Tetlow. 2020 alumni are unable to attend events with 2021 graduates because of COVID-19 guidelines. Any 2020 alumni that would like to come back have to sign up by April 9th. More details on commencement are to come later in April.
VaxFest is currently underway. The 24-hour Vaccine Fest kicked off today at 10 a.m. in Metairie, and it is open for everybody who wants to get vaccinated.
PAC News reporter Will Ingram is live from the event. Will, tell us what you see.
Yeah, Liam, I'm here at Vaccine Fest, and I'm here with Lindsay Licata, and the event's been going on since 10 a.m. this morning, and it runs all the way until 10 a.m. tomorrow. So, Lindsay, can you tell me a little bit about how today's been going?
Today has been going awesome. We have continuously had a steady flow of traffic, and we've given at this point over 2,000 vaccines and hope to give about 1,800 more.
So there's this part going on about you can come without an appointment. It's supposed to start at 7, but you were telling me a little bit earlier that it should start even earlier. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes, and so we recognize that we had patients that were approaching us, seeing the event that was going on, and they wanted to be able to come in without an appointment. And so instead of waiting until 7 o'clock, we went ahead and opened that up early. So there's no need to wait till 7 p.m. Come whatever time's convenient for you.
Awesome. And then can you tell me, you said you had a steady flow of traffic. Do you know anything about if it's a student population? Do you have any information on if y'all have seen 18 to 24-year-olds or just college-age kids in general?
Yes, we've seen all ages, and so it's been a good flow, like I said earlier, and we've definitely seen college-age students, which is great. And so another exciting thing about having it for over 24 hours is that patients and students can come whenever it's convenient for them, whatever time of day that might be.
Awesome. And then when is the next Vaccine Fest? Because y'all are giving out the Moderna vaccine, so when is the next one so people can come get their second dose?
Correct. So today we're giving the Moderna. That is a 2-series dose. The second doses are going to be April 28th and April 29th. And so if you do show up without an appointment, they will book your second appointment when they register you for your vaccine today.
Awesome, Lindsay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Drago's is out here serving up oysters for anyone helping get people vaccinated. Back to you, Liam.
Thanks, Will. VaxFest will run until 10 a.m. tomorrow, and they expect to give out more than 6,500 doses between today and tomorrow. And Loyola students in need of a free ride can email parking services with their name and campus-wide ID.
A mass COVID vaccination event in St. Charles Parish is one step closer to bringing Louisiana back to normal. PAC News reporter Gracie Wise has the story.
I'm getting it just to, as like a precaution.
St. Charles Parish residents lined up to get vaccinated on Saturday at the Edward Dufresne Center.
We're hoping to vaccinate over 800 patients with the Pfizer vaccine for patients that are within the community.
Chrissy Henriquez and her daughter Bailey were one of the many people to get vaccinated.
This was a real blessing for me because I just feel like it gives you that protection.
They're getting it not only to lower their chances of catching the virus, but also to protect their loved ones from the virus.
I watched my daughter have it, and my mother I haven't seen in about a year. We just FaceTime. So she got vaccinated. I went ahead and got vaccinated.
According to the Louisiana Department of Health, about 15% of people living in St. Charles Parish got vaccinated. For many, vaccines are one step closer to getting back to normal.
I'm just glad I got it. I'm glad that they are doing this and giving people an opportunity to get the vaccines.
Right now, patients 15 and up with pre-existing conditions can get their shots, but starting next Monday, patients 16 and up can get their shots as well.
I'm Gracie Wise with PAC News.
And St. Charles Parish will be hosting another mass COVID vaccination event for residents 16 and up on April 17th. This time, no one with pre-existing conditions will be required for vaccines.
And Loyola gave some good news to students, reporting vaccines have finally arrived on campus. I went out to see just what some students had to say about it. Loyola University has been patient, but that wait is finally over. The university announced over 200 vaccines were granted to the campus, finally restoring a sense of hope.
Yeah, so I got my first vaccine actually this morning. I still have my Band-Aid on. I was really excited to get it. I feel fine. I felt fine all day. It was a really fast process. I was in and out in like 5-10 minutes, and then you just sit and wait for them to make sure you're okay for like 15 minutes, and I was gone. It was a very surreal moment.
I am not vaccinated. I do not plan on getting vaccinated, plainly because I just don't trust it. It seems more like they're guinea pigging the vaccine as it goes, and seeing what I've seen, like some people are dying. The vaccine is not really having like there are some positive cases, people still living from it, but that don't mean COVID is gone, and the effects of COVID still aren't diminishing in any way. So I just want to see how it rides out, and if it does end up working, I'll take it. But people are dying from the vaccine, so it seems more like a negative than a positive to me.
I'm just ready for the world to open up, so if this is going towards that, I'm for it, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I think we're on our way to being normal. So, and I feel like we're making history. I feel like I'm making, I told my husband driving here, I said, I feel like I'm making history here, that this is, such a huge step for us as a society, because we're going to finally be able to maybe get back to normal without the mask and be able to get back to our normal life and normal things and being social again.
The quickest way to return to that normal is to do your part, says Amy. A mass survey was sent out by the university, which they say in a few minutes you could be on your way to being vaccinated. And remember, if you still are in need of a vaccine, you can sign up through the campus email to see the next availability.
After the break, we see why this local group has not been able to do anything because of the pandemic, but they're all still eagerly waiting to get together. Find out what they'd like to do in their free time that has to do with this one particular instrument.
And it looks like live music is coming back to Frenchman Street. I learn where you can listen after the break.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Live music is back and can be heard from Frenchman Street, even with COVID restrictions.
PAC News reporter Peter Buffo tells us where you can go to hear live performances.
This weekend, live music is back at the Spotted Cat, a jazz bar located on Frenchman Street, for the first time since the pandemic started. Inside the venue, mask mandates and social distancing are still in effect. Seating is also limited. A booking on the Spotted Cat's Eventbrite is required for admittance. Every act on the schedule for this weekend was booked out by Saturday. Today, those without tickets inside the Spotted Cat can still enjoy live performances outside the venue. New Orleans resident Andrew Bunch frequents Frenchman. He thinks the reopening of the Spotted Cat signals new hope for a street hard hit by lockdowns.
Man, it's great. Ever since the coronavirus started, we really haven't been able to experience, the good culture, the good vibes that is, it really makes the city, New Orleans. There's no other city like it, and I feel good, because it's finally getting back to how it used to be.
Bunch told us what he thinks makes New Orleans unique. He said,
You really walk around, a couple blocks, you'll find not one, but more than a couple people playing live music. It's only something you can really experience that I've been to other cities and I haven't just found any city that's really just like New Orleans,
For those like Andrew Bunch looking for live music near Frenchman, the Spotted Cat is now open. Nearby bands are also playing live at Favela Chic and the newly built 3090 bar. This is Peter Buffo, PAC News.
Thanks, Peter. And I went out to see just how some Loyola musicians and street bands are trying to find new ways to perform after taking a break due to COVID. Frenchman Street still has some COVID restrictions, but bands and musicians are still finding ways of bringing music to people.
Time is tough. It's not going to come from one place. It's going to be a couple of bucks from a whole lot of places. So
Sean Hobbs and his band have played around New Orleans for years, but now they're making do with Instagram live performances and house shows.
people are looking for live music. I think this is a city that people are so not indebted, but they love that. They love that culture, and they know that piece of the culture plays such a large part in why this city is so successful and so beautiful and fun for a lot of people.
If there is a return to normalcy, Sean Hobbs hopes that he can get back out there and do what he loves most.
I don't think that masks are going to go away anytime soon, but I think, people are going to be sensible enough to pack a bar, not get on top of each other, and enjoy the music that's there.
For those hoping to see some live music downtown, just remember to always wear your mask and stay socially distant during any show.
Pipe organ instruments have been around for centuries, and there are plenty here in Louisiana. PAC News reporter Jillian Odo met with 4 members of a pipe organ society, who they say the instrument is the voice of God.
Going out and visiting organs. But that's what we do.
A year has passed since these 4 pipe organ lovers were able to come together. They are a part of the New Orleans Organ Historical Society chapter. They share a love for pipe organ instruments.
One of our main purposes is to call attention to these old instruments that have historic merit.
They restore organs to make them playable again. The chapter was founded uptown in 1982 here at Central St. Matthew UCC.
So this is this is the foundation of the chapter.
One of just 4 OHS chapters in the U.S., the New Orleans Society has 55 members.
We have mechanics and electricians and carpenters and a whole host of different skills.
I'm not a musician. I'm a retired diesel engine mechanic.
But we all have different aspects of the instrument that we love.
The group suspended their activities because of the pandemic, but President Bennett Britt says it's important for them to meet.
We have a lot of fun together. We have a common love of the instrument.
They are patiently waiting to meet up with the rest of the chapter.
Hoping that we're able to begin to meet again and resume our activities.
Jillian Odo, PAC News.
Thanks, Jillian. And the chapter is looking for anyone who has a love for pipe organs to join their group. For more information, email Bennett Britt, the president of the New Orleans, at bbrit1517@gmail.com.
When we come back, we'll see how the process of naming hurricanes will look different this season.
And let's see what we can expect for the weather this Easter weekend when we come back.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
2020 was a record-breaking year, not just because of the COVID-19, but Louisiana faced an additional obstacle, the hurricane season. PAC News reporter Jaime Jimenez has an update on changes this season.
The 2020 Atlantic hurricane season was record-breaking. There were 30 named storms, including 6 major hurricanes reaching speeds over 100 miles per hour. This was the second time in history that the Greek alphabet was used to name storms. The last time the Greek alphabet was used was in 2005. This sparked conversation among the World Meteorological Organization about future naming of storms. They decided to retire the use of the Greek alphabet due to the confusing sounding names like Zeta, Eta, and Iota. For future seasons, there will be a supplemental list of the Atlantic tropical cyclone names to prevent the similar sounding names. A big factor that assisted with the last season's frequent storms was that we were in a La Nina. This is a climate pattern that describes the cooling of surface ocean waters along the tropical west coast of South America. And it's never too early to start prepping for the 2021 hurricane season. The first official forecast comes from Colorado State University and will be on April 8th. So now let's look at today's weather. We were at a nice 69 degrees today, sunny skies, winds coming in in the east direction at 9 miles per hour. Precipitation chances were at 10% and humidity was at 51%. Tonight we have temperatures dipping down into the lower 60s, wind coming in east direction 4 miles per hour, chances of precipitation lower, and humidity up at 77%. Let's look at the 7-day forecast. Tuesday and Wednesday, we have chances of thunderstorms increasing in the mid to high 70s. Thursday, we have a sunny sky after the rain and temperatures dipping down to 63 degrees. And for Friday, a nice sunny sky. Now let's look at what to expect for Easter weekend. For Saturday and Sunday, we have sunny skies, upper 60s, lower 70s. And for Easter Sunday, mostly sunny as well. And for the Monday after, we have a 75-degree day projected with a sunny sky. It looks like it's going to be a great weekend to spend time with family, social distancing, of course, and hopefully the Easter Bunny will wave by and visit y'all. I'm Jaime Jimenez with PAC News.
Like every group, the Awakening community is looking for a way to make things a little more normal again.
And after the break, we'll take a look at how they are making sure this semester to retreat can actually feel like a time to get away.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
While the world is trying to look a little more normal, one community on campus is moving back to in-person events. PAC News reporter Will Ingram shares how this community is working on bringing everyone back together.
Even though the Awakening Retreat can't quite look like it has in the past,
Moving to an in-person retreat this semester is a decision Christine Johnson, Student Life and Ministry staff, says that
we were pretty committed from the start to try to do something in person, even if it had to look really different. We got the sense from students and just from ourselves that everybody was pretty tired of being on a screen all day.
And coming to this decision has Johnson
Stoked. This feels a lot more like my typical memories of Awakening and what made it special. Because I think more than, you learn a lot on Awakening and receive a lot of like information and stuff that's good to take with you. But the thing that makes it Awakening is the people and the community. And it's hard to get a sense of that over a screen. So I'm really excited.
Nicole Westerfield, a senior in the community at Loyola, says that she is happy for it to be in person because
that I'm a very in-person person.
Nicole says that holding the retreat over Zoom last semester felt like
something added to your regular daily schedule rather than something to get away from your daily schedule.
And she says that she thinks
the opportunity of it being in person, having the opportunity of being a personal weekend, like a separate weekend that you just go away for a weekend, even if it's still on campus, I think is very beneficial. And
with PAC News, I'm Willingham.
Thanks, Will. Registration for the retreat is open and will close on Wednesday, March 31st. The retreat will be held on campus from April 8th and 9th.
Loyola's dance marathon made a comeback after taking a break due to the pandemic. PAC News reporter Briolana Rasier shows how the popular school event was able to make a comeback.
Loyola University held their 6th annual dance marathon Saturday. Students had to sign up online to attend the event, and temperatures were checked at the door. The fundraiser is to help raise money and awareness for the local Children's Miracle Network Hospital. One of the miracle children, Evan Linebanker, attended the event. He was born with spinal bifida and is an 18-year-old patient at the Children's Hospital. His mother, Wendy, says that events like this mean a lot to her because
the funds raised at the Loyola Dance Marathon will go directly to helping support kids' health care, just like my son receives, and for those all over the state and the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
The 18-hour event included food, games, a raffle, and of course, lots of dancing. Special items were also available through specific donations, and for those who couldn't attend, the event was also live-streamed. Despite battling a pandemic, students were able to come together for a great cause. Whitney McBay is the second-year president for the Loyola Dance Marathon and had this to say about the event.
During a pandemic, I'm honestly very, very glad for the way everything turned out. We've had really good involvement. Even with the pandemic going on, we've been able to do almost everything we wanted. And I really love this event so far, and I'm glad that it's gone the way it has.
In order to prove for next year, McBay says,
next year I would love to see more campus involvement and a little bit loosen restrictions so that more people are invited to come.
The pandemic did affect attendance this year, but for those who went, they all had one thing to say.
Support because it's for the kids.
Isaiah Jones is a 4-year dance marathon veteran, and he says,
Things are different with dance marathon this year because we're in a pandemic, but people are still out supporting and raising money, and that's all that counts.
At the end of the night, McBay announced that they were able to raise $4,715 thanks to the help of the Loyola community.
Well, even though attendance is a little light tonight, people are still having a great time coming out to support the kids. I'm Briolana Lassier, PAC News.
Thanks, Briolana. All proceeds made from the dance marathon will be donated to the New Orleans Children's Hospital. For more information about how you can get involved for next year, visit Loyola DM on Instagram.
Now let's take one last look at VaxFest before we go.
Well, it looks like there's a pretty good sized line there, Malik.
The line seems to be shorter today, so that's good to know. Have you gotten your vaccine yet?
No, have you?
Oh, I got mine last week.
Oh, nice.
I also hear that they have oysters out there. Someone's gonna have to save me one.
Not even oysters. I heard Drago's. Drago's is catering it.
That's good to know.
I love those charbroiled oysters too.
Same, they're delicious.
Now remember that this vaccination event does end tomorrow at 10 p.m. So you better get there while you can.
The Moderna vaccine is also the vaccine being administered today. So
Yes.
make sure you guys go out and get your vaccine.
Yes, it's not the Pfizer vaccine, it is the Moderna vaccine. But it does look like the line's not too bad. I mean, for free music and oysters, I'd go regardless.
I also am pretty sure that they're hosting free rides there through Uber, so make sure you guys take an advantage of that.
Yes, free or discounted Uber rides will be provided for anyone who does not have a means of transportation or a vehicle to bring you to this event. Remember, I mean, this is one of the only opportunities like this to get a vaccine at a festival like this, especially with the catering and the music. Well, that is all the news for now.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.